Your furnace igniter runs on electricity. Most people never think about that. Grid drops at 2 a.m. in January. It's minus 31 in Winnipeg. Your thermostat is dead. Your stove is dead. Your tap pressure is falling. You've got roughly 6 hours before every store shelf within driving distance looks like it was looted. Not because of crime, because of math. 300,000 households all solving the same survival equation at the same time. Every item on this list comes from documented after-action reports, shelter operation logs, and the hard physics of staying alive when infrastructure stops. 9 items, 6 hours. After that, you're bartering or freezing. This is the exact disappearance sequence. And 5 of these items most people never think to grab. Knowing this list before the grid drops is the entire difference. Hour 1. The grid's been down for 40 minutes. The first wave hits every store within a 20-kilometer radius simultaneously. And the first thing gone is bottled water. Not because it's hard to find, because it's the fastest to disappear. Here's the panic math. You need 2.5 liters per person per day minimum. A family of 4 burns through 10 liters daily just for drinking. Most households hold less than 1 day's supply right now. And here's what people get wrong. They grab flats of small bottles, 36 packs of 500 milliliter bottles. That's 18 liters for $12. A single 18-liter jug costs $4. You're paying 3 times more per liter in a panic because you didn't think about volume. During the 2013 Southern Alberta floods, a Costco pallet of 40 packs stripped in under 45 minutes. Water isn't the hardest item to find. It's the fastest to disappear. Right behind it on the clock, batteries, D-cell and AA. Go check your flashlight drawer right now. You'll find corroded contacts and mismatched sizes. That's every household. Canadian Tire and Dollarama battery racks are historically the first small item displays cleared in any grid event. The 1998 Quebec ice storm left 1.4 million households without power for up to 5 weeks. Battery resupply convoys couldn't keep pace with demand across the Montérégie and eastern townships. 5 weeks. No lights, no radio, no communication. A flashlight without batteries is just a tube. Grab the bulk packs. Grab more than you think you need. You won't regret the extra $8. Third to vanish. Your bread and shelf-stable carbs. No frills and Loblaws. Bread aisles empty not because bread is calorically optimal. It empties because it requires no water, no heat, no cookware. You tear the bag open and you eat. Rice is cheaper per calorie. Doesn't matter. Rice needs boiling water and a functioning stove. You don't have either. Crackers, granola bars, peanut butter. Anything that opens and delivers calories without preparation. Families with kids don't do nutrition math in a blackout. They grab what opens. Before the aisle clears, now you're into hours 2 through 4. The first wave buyers are home. The second wave is smarter but slower. They're solving the next problem. Heat, item 4 is portable propane canisters. Coleman 1-pound cylinders. Canadian Tire, Home Hardware, Princess Auto. Without grid power, your electric stove is furniture. Your furnace igniter is dead. On the prairies, in the boreal belt, in northern Ontario, inability to boil water or generate localized heat becomes life-threatening within hours at minus 30 Celsius. A single 1-pound canister runs a portable stove for roughly 90 minutes at full output. That's enough to boil approximately 12 liters of water. Enough for 2 days of drinking supply for 2 people. We'll get to the item that costs $250 and replaces a $100 fire kit. But right now, propane is your bridge. Heat isn't a comfort item in January. It's a survival clock. Item 5. Children's liquid acetaminophen and oral rehydration salts. Shoppers' Drug Mart stocks of pediatric Tylenol and Pedialyte vanish in hours 2 through 3 because parents catastrophize forward. And they're right to. Fever or diarrhea in a child under 5 without medical access is a genuine emergency. Pedialyte delivers approximately 45 milliequivalents of sodium per liter. No home recipe replicates that electrolyte precision reliably. Adult tablets can't be safely dose split for infants. You can't eyeball milligrams for a 3-year-old. There's a sanitation solution hiding in an aisle you've never considered. We'll get there. But right now, if you've got kids under 5, this is your non-negotiable. Parents don't prepare for the average scenario. They prepare for the worst one. Item 6. This is the one that earns its place through a problem nobody wants to name. Cat litter. Unscented clay type. During the 1998 Quebec ice storm, municipal water pressure dropped across Montreal and surrounding regions. Toilets stopped flushing. Think about that for a full second. No running water means no sanitation. For weeks, clay litter became a critical sanitation medium across emergency shelters and private homes throughout the St. Lawrence Valley. Here's the chemistry. Bentonite clay absorbs 4 to 5 times its weight in liquid through cation exchange. It encapsulates waste, it controls odor, it limits bacterial spread. A single 18-kilogram bag from Walmart costs under $12 and handles roughly 15 liters of human waste. That's approximately 5 days of sanitation for 2 adults. You line a bucket with a garbage bag, pour in 3 centimeters of clay litter, use it, pour another layer, seal the bag. Improvised dry latrine, critical detail. You need unscented, non-clumping clay. Scented clumping litter is chemically treated. It breaks down under saturation. It fails. Only the plain bentonite clay works for this application. The aisle nobody panics toward is the aisle that solves the problem nobody wants to name. Before the aisle clears. Hours 4 through 6. The shelves are thinning. Most people have gone home. The last item on this list was once worth more than gold. But first, item 7. Cheap reading glasses and magnifying lenses from Dollarama. $2.50. A magnifying glass focuses sunlight to approximately 250 degrees Celsius on dry tinder. Basic converging lens optics. A +4 diopter lens has a focal length of 25 centimeters. That's short enough to concentrate solar energy to ignition point in under 90 seconds on birch bark. During extended grid-down scenarios documented in Balkan conflict survivor accounts, simple lenses became one of the most traded fire-starting tools after matches and lighters were exhausted. Matches run out. Lighters break. A lens works every day the sun rises. A renewable ignition source for the price of a coffee. And it never runs out of fuel. Item 8. Contractor-grade garbage bags, 3 mil thick. A single box from Home Hardware costs under $15. Each bag functions as a rain poncho, a solar still liner capable of condensing roughly 500 milliliters of water per day. A ground insulation layer reducing conductive heat loss by trapping dead air beneath you. A blackout curtain for operational security. A sanitation liner for your cat litter latrine. A 3 mil polyethylene has a vapor transmission rate low enough to function as a condensation membrane at temperature differentials above 10 degrees Celsius. 1 box, 5 survival functions. Under $15. Before the aisle clears. Item 9. Table salt in bulk bags. A $4 2-kilogram bag of Windsor salt. Salt preserves meat and fish through osmotic dehydration. It draws moisture below the bacterial growth threshold of 0.85 water activity. That's the number where bacterial reproduction stops. It functions as a basic electrolyte replacement, preventing hyponatremia during exertion. During the siege of Leningrad, salt operated as primary barter currency. Throughout most pre-industrial collapse scenarios, salt held more reliable trade value than precious metals. And here's the geography that matters. Salt can't be improvised from any common household product in an inland setting. There's no coastal evaporation option on the prairies or the Shield. $4, infinite shelf life, the oldest currency on Earth. 9 items, 6 hours. Total cost under $150. 1 trip to Canadian Tire, Walmart, and Dollarama. You now know the disappearance sequence. Water first, batteries second, bread third, propane fourth, children's medicine fifth, cat litter sixth, lenses seventh, garbage bags eighth, salt ninth. Most people will learn this list standing in an empty aisle at 3 a.m., wondering why there's nothing left. You don't have to be most people. What's your 10th item? Drop it below.